Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys have a piping hot cup of coffee or tea or all of your electrolytes in your water or whatever it is that you are sipping on. I am so grateful that I have just I've pretty much hopped over on the bandwagon of this whole black coffee thing. The Lord put it on my heart really hard a few weeks ago to try and kick all of the really sugary creamers I was using. And because I was becoming consumed by it and my body was not liking it. I was just I became this caffeine fiend, and it just wasn't turning out well for my my work life or my home life. And so I really cut back on coffee completely, and then I've been going back and forth between just a black coffee and no coffee. And I've really gotten down to the source of coffee, which is just that pure caffeine. And not so much just sipping on the drink all day, which is what obviously we all know and love. But I don't know, I had, it was on my heart, and then one day I just kind of woke up and the creamer didn't taste good to me. So I've been kind of dabbling with this cookie butter creamer that I have, this almond milk creamer. And it's okay, but I've just really been all of a sudden craving this black coffee, and it doesn't happen like that all the time. Because I've tried this for so many years. But I crave this jolt of energy now, and it makes my body feel really good just to drink the pure black coffee. So that's what I'm drinking today. Long story short, that's what I'm sipping on today. I hope that you guys have whatever fun drink, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's a nice oh, I could mess up white chocolate mocha, iced white chocolate mocha from Starbucks right now, or anything. So whatever it is that you're sipping on this morning, I hope that you're enjoying it, or this afternoon before you get your kids, or this evening after the world has quieted down for the day. That's my super long introduction. So welcome back to my channel, and I will go on with this video. I think what we're going to do today is I need to kind of update my planner a little bit from yesterday. I kind of found myself doing that a little bit this morning right before my kids got on the bus. Then I thought it might be kind of fun because I always get video requests about, well, can you show us how you actually fill up your days? Can you show us how you go from a blank week to a filled in week? What does that process look like? And the only way that I can really show it is if I literally take you throughout the day, because at the start of the week, my planner doesn't look like this, obviously. This is all, I think that's why I love this planner so much, whether it's this size or this style, because yes, this is a weekly view, but this kind of captures a weekly and a daily view. And I think that's why I have really taken to it and fallen so deeply in love with it. Because there's just so much freaking space. There's so much space that I can use this as a monthly, right? The months are massive. And then I can use it as the weekly. So say next week I have an appointment this day, an appointment that day, and a school conference this day. I would put that stuff in this week. I would put it in in a little cute little box or a sticker or whatever. But that's really as far as my weekly planning goes. Sometimes I'll put little to-do lists on the side. Oh, like this. So I already know that on this payday, I have to schedule money out, budget money out for a dental visit that we had for one of my daughters. And so I put that there because that's coming up on the payday, and I just want to make sure I remember to budget that out. This is the payday that we'll probably start thinking about Halloween costumes. So I put stuff like that in for just life to do, Halloween costumes. And I put a cute little reminder down here for myself that my one daughter wants to be Rapunzel for Halloween. So whether that changes or not, at least I have something, a guide to go off of. I put in next paycheck, I want to reorder all of our little wall air freshener plugs and whatnot. So I'm not afraid to put things in. Like I said, this day, I know for sure we have a wellness checkup for my one daughter coming up. While we're there, we'll probably just get her flu shot because she needs that for her, for the school system. So when stuff comes up, I'm not afraid of writing it in. So that's really how the week is set up. So if I ever do like a weekly plan with me or weekly reset or weekly like get ready for the week, whatever you want to call that, whatever that looks like for you and your routine, it's really just like the bare minimum is what I'm trying to say. I just like put down the bare minimum. So what I'm trying to say is just that I can appreciate this planner, because not only do I have the monthly view, a weekly view, but I have so much space to like put daily things in. So I'm just going to kind of update my planner. This morning, all I really did was put that my one daughter was having some ear pain. She was up last night, and then I wrote down here that she went to bed having excruciating ear pain. She was up, poor baby, she was up all night crying, and that's when you know it's bad, because she's a champ. My one daughter, she's had like, we've taken her to the doctor before, and she's had like a ruptured eardrum, and they looked at us like we were like these crazy people, like these inhumane parents. They were like, why wouldn't you bring her in sooner? And I was like, I only bring her in if she says that she's like complaining. Like, she hasn't said a word. So she's just like a tough kid, and she's resilient, and she also just really has like a social life. So if it hurts, and it hurts to the point where she doesn't want to play with friends at their house or outside, then it's bad, because she would rather this sounds so silly for like an 8-year-old, but she'd rather like push through that pain and that uncomfortability, that, I don't know, whatever that word is that I'm not able to think of. She pushed through that just to go to Chipotle with her friend and her mom. Or she would push through that just to be able to go to like her friend's softball practice or something. Like, she's crazy. So when she was crying last night, we knew it was bad, and we would send the kids to school and then keep her home so we could get her to the urgent care. So all I did was write that up there, because I kind of felt myself writing it down here as like a little bit of a memory, just because it was a lot that I wanted to capture, because this paints a way better picture for me and my brain than just Mia double ear pain. When I see that, I just think like, okay, they might be itchy or crackly, or like it could be allergies. But when I write this little mental note to myself, I'm like, okay, game on. She's in pain. We have to get her the medicine that she needs. So that's what I've done so far just today. Right before my kids got on the bus, I stole a minute away in here and did that. Let me have a quick sip of my coffee. Good. Okay. So, Mia double ear pain. That yesterday was a complete rest day for us. It was like the first, I've been off work really all week, except for having to go in for a little bit yesterday. I've been off since like Friday. So we've been hitting the ground running. We did 4 miles. We did 6 miles. I did 2 workouts that day because I wanted to offset my half marathon training also with some strength training. So I did like a lower body circuit that day as well. But yesterday was like our first day that we didn't do anything. Because every single day that I've been off work, we've pretty much just been busy. So like Friday was like my last day of work, and we went out and had dinner with friends. The next day I was at a tattoo appointment for a big chunk of the day, and then we had a block party. And then Sunday was like, I wrote lazy day, but it wasn't super lazy because I literally swapped my kids' rooms. My oldest, she wanted her own room back, and of course I'm going to honor that. So we got new bunk beds, and it was like a whole thing. So I wrote lazy day, but it really, to me, that wasn't a lazy day. That was just like a day where we just stayed in pajamas all day and everyone like stayed inside. My oldest, she started to feel sick that day, so I should have known something was coming, because she wouldn't go out and play with friends that day. So that was probably the start of it, and she's probably like had ear pain and just didn't say anything until yesterday, which is just her style. So what else? Where was I going with that? So yesterday was yesterday was our first real rest day, because the days after that we were running, and when we're running it never feels like a rest day because we run for like a big chunk of the day and whatnot. We had places to go, things to do. So yesterday, all I have written down is to finalize the horseback riding lessons, which I did not do because I just got really caught up in that super lazy day. So I'm going to make sure that I get that done today. It's going to be really easy. It's just by email. So I just need to email her back and like sign the liability waivers. All we did yesterday was just watch TV in bed. We love, I don't remember if I've been telling so many people about this, so I don't remember if I said this in the video I just did, or if I was just telling my friends, but we are watching The Circle on Netflix, and I'm sure a lot of you have like seen The Circle or heard of The Circle. To me, it's like one of the best shows ever. I love it so much. I think it just like, it's the coolest concept. So I'll just quickly touch on it while I'm looking for a sticker. If you haven't seen The Circle, it's really just this, like, I was trying to explain it to my mom. It's like this, it's kind of like a social media show. Like you have like your profile set up, and you can pick like 3 words to describe yourself, blah, blah, blah. And you can either choose to go in as yourself, or you can like catfish them and choose to go in as another person, just to increase your chances of like a clean slate, a fresh start, whatever you want to call it. And you can reinvent yourself, right? So really what it is, it's like a connection game. Like, yes, there's strategy involved, and a lot of them do think with a strategic mindset, but a lot of them also, like, that's not the whole point of the game. The whole point of the game too is like along the way of having this like strategy mindset is that you're actually making real connections, and it just kind of shows like the power of social media, I guess, like all these like connections that we build through just like staring at a phone, and in that case like staring at a TV screen and texting or messaging each other. It's a really cool concept, I think, and I love it. And I was so sad last season because I don't know about you if you've watched the show, but I did not like last season. My husband and I hated last season so much. It was just not good. They tried to like, I'm looking for my stickers. My kids are always at my desk taking my stuff. Last season they brought in this like AI bot. So it was like this like robot that pretty much just I don't even understand AI, but it's like this robot that used AI to make its own profile. Like, the show said that they never prompted it to like do or say anything. I don't know. Super weird. I didn't really enjoy that season. I have Netflix stickers that I want to use and I can't find them. I'm pretty sure my kids took them. Oh, duh. Here I am blaming my kids. It's in this book. It's okay. It's giving me time to just chat. So I don't know. I just didn't like last season too much, and neither did my husband. And I don't think we were in the minority on that, because after that season ends, whoever like makes it to the end, obviously, like just like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette or any of these like silly shows that we watch, right? You always like look them up on social media, and on like the Circle's Instagram page, a lot of people were like bombing it, saying that it was like kind of like a boring season, and I agreed wholeheartedly. It was the man, I know I have Netflix stickers, like I can picture them, unless I've watched so much Netflix that I've just used them. I am annoying myself looking for these though, so I'm probably just not gonna look anymore. Whatever. But yeah. So this season is not like that. It's giving me very much so like first couple of season vibes. If you've watched The Circle ever before and you've watched it for a long time, you've kept up with it, you know I cannot be in the minority. Like, the first couple of seasons were so good. The way that they had, what am I trying to say? The way that they, all the games that they played, like I felt like last season they kind of just like skimped out on a lot of games, but the first couple of seasons they always were reinventing new little games that they play with each other to like to connect with each other. They played a lot more I don't know what you want to call it, like a twist in the game where they like drop this idea that there's one person who's like the Joker and they can go pretend to be someone else's profile or whatever it was. And last season just really missed out on a lot of that, but this season they are coming in hot with everything. Everything is so good. So we spent all day watching it, and it actually turned out perfectly because while we were watching it, we watched it on a Wednesday, and they dropped the new episodes on Wednesday, so we were able to watch literally almost the entire season, all of the episodes, yesterday. We only had to stop when I went to work, or when the kids got off the bus, and then after work, we started watching it a little bit, but then my daughter came in, and it's not like, yeah, I guess it is. It's like kind of inappropriate for kids. I was gonna say it's not like terribly inappropriate, like they don't show anything, but they say they don't like bleep out any words. There's like some spicy content, so we turned it off because my daughter was in there, so there went that. But I'm writing down all the other things that I ate yesterday, or like the supplements that I took. We're trying to take magnesium, we have zinc we have now, and we're trying to just like boost our immunity because we all get really sick really fast. Just with my job, I interact with a lot of people from like all over the country. Think about like being in an airport all the time, like just people from all over the place, just like with all their germs. That's kind of like the area that I work. And it's a lot, and I get sick like crazy. And when I get sick, I like chronically get sick. You guys know, I will get sick and I will be sick for weeks at a time, like 8 weeks before it gets better. And, my kids, I know that because like I'll get sick, then they'll get what I have and they'll get better and I'll still be sick. And I'm like, what is happening? Why is this happening to me? So we're just trying to boost our immunity for sure so that we cannot bring anything like gross home. And if we do, we're trying to give our kids lots of vitamins and whatnot too. So we spent $0 yesterday. We didn't leave the house. You have to leave the house to spend money. So easy day for us. What else? We're going to get into that today. I'm going to look into this today. We're going to run our 10 miles. We have 10 miles to run today. So I'm just going to preemptively write that. My husband is at we had 2 little girls in the neighborhood, my daughter's friends. Oh, I guess I could have used one of these. My daughter's friends, they go to the same school, and I work with the girl's dad. And him and his wife both had to be at work before the bus this morning, so we had them come over before school. So I'm gonna put that down just so I can notate that they came over today before school. And then I'll put the urgent care for my daughter. I always struggle. My husband always just wants to take her to the urgent care, which is where they're at now because my husband took her. And like I see his point of view because the urgent care is so easy. You could just like go in and go out. The only thing that I ever am like hesitant on with the urgent care is that they never, ever, ever, ever send anything to my actual doctor, which is so frustrating because like she had a tubes eval, and for the tubes eval they said that they recommended she not get tubes because they didn't think that she had like such a significant pattern or that her ears looked that bad that she would be like the best candidate for it, which is great news. But now that we're like back to school season and she's already got her first we're assuming an ear infection of the season, I just want to document it, and it's really hard when the urgent care, for whatever reason, doesn't talk to the pediatrician and send it. But then the caveat to that is that you have to wait forever to get into the pediatrician. Like, you call in the morning for a sick visit, but they've already got all their appointments set up for the day. So like, you don't get into the doctor until in the afternoon. And then by the time I get medicine in her, by the time we wait for the medicine, it's like a whole thing. So like, I get where my husband's coming from, because I agree. It takes forever. The pediatrician for an actual sick visit sometimes takes forever. It's like a whole day long process, because we have to call. Then we can't even just schedule over the phone line. First, we have to call and leave a voicemail for the nurse triage, or the triage nurse. Then they have to like triage us over the phone and get all the information, and then say like, yep, I agree, I think you need the appointment. And then she schedules the appointment for later this afternoon. We get there, we get the appointment, and then they have to put the order in for the amoxicillin. I'm assuming that's what she'll be on. And then by the time we get to the pharmacy, we always have to wait another like 30 minutes for the order to actually be done, because for whatever reason they don't start. I don't know if it's because of our insurance or just because of the pharmacy we use. They won't start actually working on the order until like you arrive. So then you have to like wait. And it just feels like this whole long thing. So she's going to the urgent care first thing this morning, and that is that. Last night this is why it probably hurt her last night, but it was her best friend's birthday yesterday, and after school she went over to her friend's house, and they did homework together, they opened gifts together, and then her mom took them out in town. They went like walking around downtown, then they went and got Chipotle together, and then all of a sudden when she was like going to bed, that's when her ear hurt. So I'm sure, again, I'm sure it hurt all day yesterday, but she was not gonna let that stop her from hanging out with her friend on her birthday. So it is what it is. We're gonna get it figured out today, but I'm gonna write that down here. They opened gifts. They did homework together, which is cute. And then what else did I just say? Oh, they walked around downtown. And then they ended the day at Chipotle, which I'm kind of jealous, because Chipotle sounds amazing. This day I didn't have to cook at all. So, and then my husband, he did bath night for my daughters last night. I came home and saw shower curtain up. So bath night, and then the 2 days ago, I didn't have to cook. It was like a free dinner. My husband had a veterans event that he went to, or that we all went to, and they had pizza there. So it was like free pizza, free event, free friends. It was a good time. So I'll put that there. Last night, my husband, he cooked, so I'll put a little C, and he just made spaghetti. It was something in his wheelhouse that he was able to make while I was at work for a little bit. And that's really it. I don't think I have anything else. I'll just put like laid in bed all day. And this just shows, I literally just wrote it. It's already soaked into the paper. And then I'll highlight it, and look, it's like so perfect. It does not smudge whatsoever. Okay. I think that's it. So for today, this video is already over 20 minutes, so I'm probably not going to like keep up with it throughout the day. And my husband just got home. So I will see you guys in my next video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.